Hello, my name is Raquel Ramirez, and I work with DualEnroll.com. And today, I'm going to take students through the process of registering for Missouri Southern State University classes through the DualEnroll.com system. The first step of the process is for the student to access Missouri Southern State University classes through the correct website. So every website is going to be different for every college that DualEnroll.com works with. Missouri Southern has their own unique URL or website, and that is the website that you must use as a student to access that particular course listing. The website for Missouri Southern is MSSU.DualEnroll.com. You'll notice on today's video that the website I'm using is slightly different. That is because I am on our test site. We will be looking at test data. I don't want to make a fake student and actually enroll them in real life at Missouri Southern. So that's why my URL looks a little bit different. But the correct URL for the live site for registration is MSSU.DualEnroll.com. You cannot go to any other website, not even our general website, to access Missouri Southern classes. So please be sure that you're using the correct web address. Once you're there, you should get a screen that looks like this, prompting you to either log in or create an account. So if you are a returning student, meaning you have registered for classes before with DualEnroll.com, you're simply going to enter in your login information, so your username and your password. If you have forgotten one or both of those items, there is a little link down here that says, I forgot my username or password. And clicking on that will allow us to send you an account reset, like a temporary password to log in. If that doesn't work and you're still stuck, you're going to want to go up here to the top right corner. You'll see a help desk button. If you click on that button, it allows you to enter a ticket, letting us know that you are locked out of your account, so we are able to reset that for you. Please do not create multiple accounts. We would like every student to have one account in which they use to register for all of the Missouri Southern classes. If you are a brand new student, meaning that you've never done this before, you certainly don't have an account with a login or a password, then your first step is going to be to create that account. So I'm going to pretend that that is our test student. I'm going to go ahead and click here to create a DualEnroll.com account. And the system will ask me for just a few pieces of information so that account can be created. You'll notice that anything that is required, any field that is required, has that red asterisk. So I need to indicate high school, I need to create my login name and password, first name, last name, birth date, and then one of these. Cell phone is marked as required, but you can make it an email address instead. It's just your preferred method of contact. So how do you want us to be communicating with you? I'm going to go ahead and create a test student. You'll notice that the high school drop-down list is a little short, but again, it's because we're on our test site. The live site will have a much longer list. But I will pretend that our test student attends Joplin High School. Our test student is going to be Chris Evans. I'm going to create a password and a login name for him. Date of birth. And then I'm going to make it so that Chris would like us to communicate with him via email. You'll notice that the asterisk is on the cell phone, but if I check this little box that says, I prefer not to give you my cell phone, the little asterisk will move up to the email field, so you have met that requirement. We do need at least one. You are welcome to give us both. We find that most students do use their cell phone simply because it's a little bit more convenient, a little bit faster. I'm going to go ahead and then click that I am not a robot, and I'm going to click register. This is not registering for classes. You have not actually even seen a class list, but this is registering for a DualEnroll.com account. And you need that account to access the Missouri Southern classes. So first step is to make sure that you have a DualEnroll.com account, and our brand new student, Chris Evans, is doing that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and click register. You'll get a message that says you have successfully signed up, but you need to confirm your account. So we have to verify that you did in fact give us the correct email address or the correct phone number. And so you will have either gotten a text message with a text code that you have to enter in, or you need to check your email and you will have gotten an email from us with a link that says, please confirm your account. If you have your text code, there is a link down here that says you need to enter a text code. Click here to do so. and you'll be asked to enter the cell phone and the little code that we sent you. If you provided us with an email address, you'll notice as I hop over to my inbox, here is the email that Chris Evans got. It says, welcome aboard. Please confirm your account by clicking the link below. A couple of things with emails. These emails are coming from our system, not an actual human being. And so sometimes they wind up in your spam or junk folder. So before you panic that you didn't get the email, please check your spam or your junk folder. Chris's email came through just fine, so I'm going to go ahead and click here to confirm his account. And he is brought directly to the DualEnroll.com system. He's already logged in. So you will see you've got a profile tab, a courses tab, and a status tab. We'll look at each of those in just a second. You'll see Chris Evans' name's right here, so he is logged in, and you'll see that there's that help desk button. It's always accessible. The first part of the process for Missouri Southern's registration process is to create or complete the Missouri Southern application. So Missouri Southern has their own online application that must be done. And if you have not done so, there is a little link here that will send you to that online application. So it says if you are not yet a student at Missouri Southern, you need to complete the Missouri Southern application. Click here to do that. A separate window will pop up in your browser that allows you to complete that that application, and then you'll be sent back to DualEnroll.com to kind of finish up that process. If you're already a student at Missouri Southern, meaning you've already done their application, you should have a Missouri Southern ID number, and you will be able to enter that here to kind of get past this screen. For the sake of the demo today, I'm just going to pretend that Chris Evans already has an ID number with Missouri Southern. But if he didn't, he would go ahead and click this link and create the application or complete that application to get an ID number. The next set of screens that the student sees are what we call pre-registration screens. They're called pre-registration screens because the information on these screens has to be filled in before a student can actually see classes. They do only have to be completed once. So it's only something that happens when you're creating a new account with us. After you've given us this information, the next time you log in, you will not see these screens, right? So the first piece of information that we need to collect is the parent or guardian contact information. So it looks like we need to get an email address. I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. Click on next. The second step or pre-registration step is to go ahead and fill out the FERPA release information. So this document or this form will allow Missouri Southern to communicate directly with your parents. To be very clear, your parents will likely get information about your Missouri Southern class, but they oftentimes get updates and information about the class and your grades from your high school. If you fill out this form, Missouri Southern can communicate with them directly. If you choose not to fill out this form, then Missouri Southern will be communicating with your high school, and your high school will likely be communicating with your parents. So if you would like to fill out this form to allow Missouri Southern to communicate with your parent or guardians directly, you'll need to go ahead and fill in each of the fields that has a red asterisk. It's important to read this statement. You actually only need to provide one of these answers. You can provide all three. You need to put your name here and your graduation date and click next. If you do not want Missouri Southern to be able to communicate with your parents directly, you can check this little checkbox saying that I do not authorize this. Again, that does not stop your parents from getting information about your Missouri Southern class. Missouri Southern is able to speak to your high school about all of the registration things and all of the grades pertaining to your classes. And then your high school is obviously communicating with parents at various stages as well. But this just kind of cuts out the middleman if you would like Missouri Southern to be able to communicate with your parents directly. Again, for the sake of the demo, I'm just going to check the box so you don't have to watch me type all of this information in. And I'm going to click next. The last step in the pre-registration process is for you to select your high school counselor. You'll notice that the high school's already filled in. Our test student, Chris Evans, already told us he went to Joplin. So when he clicks on this list, he'll see only Joplin high school counselors that he can select from. Again, this is a test site, so it doesn't look very interesting as far as the list of names that are there. I'm going to select one and click finish. The next part of the process for the student is to actually select their course. You'll see a course listing. It could be large, it could be small, but basically we only show you the courses that you are eligible to take. Chris Evans indicated that he was a Joplin High School student, and that means that the list of courses that he sees are the ones that are open to Joplin High School students. He will not see classes that are open to, let's say, West Ottawa High School students. Depending on how large that list is, some of the filters that are down this left side of the screen may become a little bit handy. So if Chris is only looking for an online class, he can go ahead and select online, and the list will be sorted and filtered to only show classes that have an online option available. Let's pretend that he only wants to take classes that are in the high school. He doesn't want to have to drive anywhere. So if he clicks this box, again, his list gets much shorter, and it says these are the only classes that are available at Joplin High School that you could access. You can obviously sort by day if you know that you only have availability to take classes on Wednesdays. You can enter keywords if you know the kind of class that you're looking for, the title of the class that you're looking for. For the sake of the demo, I'm going to pretend that Chris is interested in all of these, and the first one that he would like to take is a biology course. I'm going to go ahead and click on that course. It brings you to some information about the course. I know that it's 4 credits. There's a little description of some of the things that you'll be learning in that course. And then there is a list of sections. So there are multiple teachers that are teaching this biology course at various days, at various times, at various locations. So it looks like these 2 teachers are doing it online. It looks like this guy is doing it at MSSU's campus Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 a.m. Looks like there is another one that's going to be at 9 a.m. We don't know the instructor for that. So you're going to show up to your first day of class and surprise, you'll see who the instructor is. So Chris can look at the list of sections that are available and decide which ones he would like to take. Let's pretend he's interested in an online course. So to indicate that that is the course that he wants, he's going to go ahead and click register. Once he does that, he is brought to his status screen or his status tab. This shows him the status of the classes that he is trying to register for this semester. It will actually show you all of your classes. So as you use this over time, you'll see the past classes that you've taken near the bottom of the screen and the current classes up at the top. Chris is obviously a new student, so I just see the one class that we've just added, and I see the status of that. So he is not yet enrolled. You'll see that his registration is pending. All he has done is indicated that he wants to enroll in that class. There are still a number of things that have to happen. So it looks like the high school has to upload some transcripts or test score documents. Looks like the high school also has to approve his choice. Are they okay with Chris taking biology? And you do have to have, it says the parent permission is needed. So that's another thing that is required. The parent has to give their approval. Your status screen is updated with live information. So if your parent gives their permission in an hour and you log back in, then all of a sudden this will be marked as complete. So you can always log into your DualEnroll.com account and kind of see what's going on with your class. Once all of the steps are completed and Missouri Southern has reviewed your application packet and enrolled you in the class, this entire column will be blanked out and it will just be one word. It will say complete. That's how you know that you are actually registered in that biology class or that class that you have chosen. You'll also get an email or a cell phone text message, depending on how you wanted us to communicate with you, that says something like, congratulations, you have successfully been enrolled in biology. So until you see complete as the status for your course, or you get that kind of congratulations message, you are not yet enrolled. Your registration is pending. It is in progress. We are getting all of the pieces that Missouri Southern requires for a registration packet or application. If you want to select a second class, it's as simple as going back to the Courses tab. So I'm going to click on the Courses tab. I get back to that huge list. We actually call this the Course Finder list, and you can choose the next one that you're interested in. So let's pretend that Chris is also interested in economics. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this Economics of Social Issues. Again, there is a long list of course sections available, and Chris Evans would like to take the one that's at his high school with this high school teacher. So I'm going to click register. He'll be brought back to his status page, and you will see the 2 classes now that he's interested in, both the econ class and the biology class. And again, you'll see the status for each of those. A couple other things to realize is that that help desk button is available. It is always available. You can click on it at any time and create a help desk ticket indicating that you're stuck. So if you get a wonky screen, or if you're just not sure what to do next, or if you're locked out of your account, or if you don't see the class that you're trying to find, you can certainly enter a help desk ticket and we'd be happy to help. There's also a way for you to change your parent's email address. So if you entered your dad's email, but you want to change it to your mom's email address, once that parent email has been sent, there will be a little link that shows up here that says parent permission, and it'll have the word change next to it. If you click on that change link, you will be able to change the email address and resend it to the new parent, or the correct email address. That is really the process for students for registering. You're kind of off the hook at this point. The high school is going to have to do some approvals. Your parents are going to have to do some approvals. Missouri Southern is going to have to examine all of the documents that we've sent their way. But your responsibility is to create a DualEnroll.com or log into your existing DualEnroll.com account. Make sure that you've already applied with Missouri Southern and you have that ID number. If not, our system will help you do that. And then to select your courses, the multiple courses, the one or several that you would like to take for this particular term. Should you have any questions, again, make sure to reach out to your counselor, reach out to Missouri Southern, or enter a help desk ticket. If you were to click on this help desk button, there is a link up here at the top that says submit a request. I wish that link was a little bit bigger, but if you click on the link, here's how you submit a ticket. You're going to give us your email address. You're going to kind of tell us a brief explanation of what the problem is, and then you're just going to go ahead and click submit. It is helpful if you give us your name and your high school, so the more information, the better, but we at least need a few pieces of information to start digging on your behalf. So we are here to help you. Everybody is here to help you. If you have any questions, like I said, there are a number of people you can reach out to. We wish you the best of luck with the registration process this semester and with all the coursework that follows as you embark on gaining some college credits a little bit early. Have a great day. Bye-bye.